Yeah, that's a good way to start. Delicious tea. But okay, this is the new rabbit hole, and it's going to be called the Call of Duty Debacle. If you don't know what a debacle is, I like to think it's somewhere between a kerfuffle and something diabolical. If you don't know what a kerfuffle is, I'm not quite sure either. It's a confusing situation, I suppose. But nevertheless, here we go. Call of Duty, it's gone rampant since it started. Not so much Call of Duty 1, 2 and 3, but Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4, whatever you want to call it. That's where it really took off, because of the multiplayer. And for the multiplayer, I'd like to say it's Infinity Ward who got shit right. Who started off with Call of Duty 1, 2 and 4, Treyarch done number 3, just so you know. But they were going in leaps and bounds. They're like, right, we're going to start off this whole online multiplayer thing properly. And that's where it all started. And it's after going in leaps and bounds, and it's been selling millions and millions and millions of units since it started. But what I really want to discuss today is what keeps us coming back to it, and what's behind the thing that keeps us coming back to it, aka Infinity Ward and Treyarch. What are they bringing to the table each year? Not much, because it doesn't really change that much. But okay, I'll start with Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward started back in, say, 2002, and they made Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, and Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Ghost, blah 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 blah. And they only have done Call of Duty games so far. They're the subsidiary of Activision, but Infinity Ward is who we're going for. And they started off very well, but now somewhere across the lines they seem to have tripped up multiplayer wise, and they're starting to take leaves out of Treyarch's book, and it's not really working out for them that well. Now, Treyarch started with Call of Duty. Actually, no, I lie. Treyarch started back in '96, and they made a good few like Japanese-based games, and they're probably most well known for starting the Tony Hawk series, aka 1 and 2, other than Call of Duty, for if you didn't know that. But they brought to the table when they came out in 2008 with World at War, which was zombies. Everybody fell in love with zombies. I fell in love with zombies. He probably fell in love with zombies. And he probably still play it to this day. Because it's just mindlessly fun. Because who doesn't like to get their inner zombie slayer on once in a while? Pretty much a lot of people, actually. Except for the people who don't like zombies. But, bleh. What? I don't mean bleh. I mean, pick your own style of life. But they picked up so well on that, they took the lead in the whole race that is Call of Duty by making that online and everything, and making it more fun and friendly for everybody. And then it started to decline, in my opinion. It's going to be opinion based, but I'll keep it as non-biased as possible. I don't like the new transit mode that they put into like Black Ops 2 and that. I liked being able to get my little train of zombies going and just being able to turn around and shoot them and everything and get my score really high before I just get bored of shit and quit out of it. But I suppose they're trying to make it more difficult or challenging, I suppose. But how are you going to go? And Infinity Ward tried to catch up with that by Modern Warfare 2, and they tried to do that god-awful museum mode. Oh, that was absolutely terrible. I'm not going to lie. And that survival mode that they brought in Modern Warfare 3, also, I thought it was quite bad. Other people enjoyed it. I don't see why. Because it's just a load of overpowered AI that rush in from everywhere and they don't give you a chance to do shit. But they got back a tiny bit with the extinction mode, which it's meh. It's not too bad. They're trying at least. But back into the multiplayer, the gameplay hasn't changed much at all over the years. Probably slightly better graphics. Some have actually declined in graphics somehow. Gameplay changes ever so slightly. Infinity Ward need to stop with that fucking quick scope and shit. No. No one ever runs around a battlefield with a sniper rifle. Come on. Can you be any more arcadey? I'm just bitching. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's getting to the point where they're chasing each other's tails, and they're trying to see which one will trip up the other and be able to get ahead yet again. It started with Infinity Ward leading, Treyarch toppled them. Then it came back with... Actually, it didn't come back with anything. Infinity Ward are still trying to get ahead. But yeah, zombies and everything, it's going okay. It's not going too bad. But I want to have a little look at the multiplayer right now. Not actually online video, but yeah. Oh, there will be that coming up. But I made a little graph or Venn diagram for everyone to see, just to see how does Call of Duty revolve over the years, and we'll see that not that much. That's the phrase of the day. Not that much. Okay, people, so here's my little blackboard here. I actually don't know where it came from. It just appeared at my flat one day. So, yeah. As you can see, it's a Venn diagram, and it's sorted into 3 main areas of what the game consists of. Shit talk, we have love to hate, and we have repetition, or rep for short. That does not mean respect. And inside each Venn diagram is combined with love to hate and shit talk is insults. Because insults is a massive part of the game. Whether you're saying someone is 7, they're 12, they're 30 living at home and they're a fat piece of shit. However you want to insult people, there's not really many nice people that are to be found on the game. All there are just cunts. That's putting it lightly, cunts. And I'm sorry for my language. If anyone does not like that word, it'll be used more in more videos because of latent anger issues, as you'll see in some of my Call of Duty videos to come, possibly. And then we have shit talk and repetition. And everyone loves to shit talk about the servers because it happens every single fucking year. But at least Infinity Ward have the cop on to try get their servers together and find a semi-decent host at least for each game or match, whatever you want to call it. But Treyarch don't. Treyarch, all they do is make a game and put shitty servers on it, so the day it's released, Black Ops 2, I'm looking at you can't even connect to the game for a fucking day. A day! It's not good enough. Why can't you do that with... No, don't do it with anything else. Just fix your shit. Learn from Infinity Ward. You've learned enough, learn more. Infinity Ward, go for Treyarch. Zombies. Not zombies. Copyright. No, copyright. No. And then we have the love to hate and the repetition. And that would be the game itself. Because it's really why we're here. Why do we love to hate the game? We don't know. Why do we hate to love the game? We don't know. And these are just questions in life that no one can really answer. But it's really answered itself in this little Venn diagram. Because when all of these intertwine, they've created the near perfect game in the FPS shooter range, because no other shooters can come close to it. Battlefield are trying, not trying hard enough. If they go back to the old style like 1942 on the PC, fucking excellent, or Battlefield 1943, which I still play, because that's also great too. Yeah, it's arcadey. It can be fun. It makes you angry. There's an extremely large community, which I'll be getting onto, which refers to the sales when I flip this over. And yeah, that's about it for this tiny segment, so let me just flip this over. Okay, welcome to my next little segment, and this is the sales of each game over the years since Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4 has started, and how incredible the game has actually risen since then. Because I think everybody really needs to get a grasp on this. The commercials and everything just sell it super big, like Call of Duty Ghosts, biggest selling game of all time. It's not. Getting there, but it's not. It's actually gone down, as I will show you. And these are all facts, statistics that have been taken from different things that have been estimated off, because people actually don't have the same sales on each individual poll that you look up, because the internet is stupid. But right, we'll start with this one here. This is actually Modern Warfare 1, and that has sold 15.7 million units in the first year of that being on the market. And that was unheard of for a console game back in the day, which is not too long ago. It's 2007. Usually only PC games got that, because like World of Warcraft and everything, back then they were still getting like 24, 30 million users by then with subscription fees. Great. But yeah, that just went, that was good for them. Next we're going to go on to World at War, and that's this one here. This went to 16 million roughly units in the first year of it being sold. It doesn't seem a whole lot more than Modern Warfare does, but it's showing how the series is expanding as it's slowly going through each individual year. Next up we have Modern Warfare 2, which took a massive leap up to 22.7 million units sold in the first year. That's impressive. That is very impressive. It was a good game. Multiplayer was fun. It's hacked to shit now, same as the first two, Modern Warfare 1, World at War. Hacked to shit. No one can do anything about it. But we'll go on to Black Ops. 26.2 million units sold. That's splendibulous. That's fantastic. As they went crazy, because everyone liked the look of Cold War. Reznov is back. It spreads like a cancer. God, I love that man. Dragged it out too much though. Go to Modern Warfare 3. Took a little jump up, 26.5 million. And that's not too bad for the game that it was. People actually stopped playing it for a while, and then they went back to it. It's actually, Modern Warfare 3 is my favourite Call of Duty, because it's actually the only one I was good at. And it was the one that introduced the random spawns on the maps. But somehow I was playing last week, and I managed to get spawn camped on one of the levels playing Domination, which is impossible, but they managed to do it. Applause, hands fucked. But I'm very sorry about it. I'm very sorry. But we're going to go to Black Ops 2. This is this one here, and that's 25.6 million. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's after going down. But you have to think, that's when the recession hit. People started losing the moolah, especially over in America, because in America no one thought the recession was coming, same as everywhere else. I mean, in Ireland, and we're fucked. There's no doubt about it. But politics is not needed, even though I'm doing sales graphs. Politics not needed. Yeah, it still sold very well. I was at the midnight release for it, and a fuck ton of people still bought it. But I'm sure Call of Duty is going to make another comeback. It's going to come back with Advanced Warfare and sell, I don't know, I'm going to say 27.7 million units, possibly. Wild guess. But before that, we have Call of Duty Ghosts, which is this one right here, and that is 24.7. Now that's gone down again, and that's mainly because I would presume it's Infinity Ward, and it's like, oh no, they don't have zombies, or else they're going to have that survival mode in it again. But it will make a comeback. It doesn't really need a comeback, because even if they keep that figure nice and steady at 24.7, they're still going to be making a fairly nice profit, even though that's lower. Ghost is still the biggest selling Call of Duty of all time. Where they got that figure from, I don't know. But yeah, this is going to end this little bit, and I'm going to go back over to my chair now. Okay, I am back in my chair, my comfy chair. But how are we going to summarise this now? Okay, so we started off the conversation talking about Infinity Ward and Treyarch and how they're chasing each other's tails, and how they're just waiting for each other to trip up, or until one of them, mainly Infinity Ward, gets some fucking inspirational idea to come back and get back on top of sales and on top of the Call of Duty game community as the best producer from year to year. I might have added in a bit extra there, but you're going to catch the drift. And then we talked about the graph and the little Venn diagram, and I'd like to think it went well enough. Tell me what you think. But it's actually a really hard game to try summarise, because it's just all over the place wherever you go. Hopefully I got it right. I think I did. But then again, there is no right answer to this, and it's just people's opinion. But I'm still trying to go as non-biased as possible. And in the way of doing that, all I can really say is Infinity Ward, you need to brush up. Treyarch, you need to keep doing what you're doing and not stumble and fall. The multiplayer, I do enjoy it. I will be playing some over the course of my time on YouTube. Hopefully I keep it going well enough and start building up my little community that I want to try build, because I want my own little community. It would be nice to have. Yeah, but Call of Duty people can be actually quite nice too. My favourite YouTubers actually are, I would say, Dino Riding Jesus and Excalizors, but DRJ doesn't really play Call of Duty that much. He actually kind of despises it. But Xcal and KYR Speedy, probably heard of him. Yeah, but goddamn, they're brilliant, and they're hilarious when they're playing it. And I think it's good when people can actually have fun when they're playing something that so many people take seriously, going MLG at the game. And it's fun to see. I want to have fun playing it, and I want to have more story time with you all, because as you'll be finding out, I do like story time. Story time are the best of times. That didn't make sense. But I'm going to wrap this up now, because I'm probably ticking on the clock quite bigly here. Bigly, Jesus. I didn't sleep last night, okay? Leave me alone. But Call of Duty, take it as you will. I'm rambling on, but I just hope that this made some sort of help towards you on the sales, how they're just rising and rising, declining a tiny bit, but they're still steady as can be. And the Venn diagram of why do we keep coming back to it? It's because Infinity Ward started off with possibly the most perfect shooter ever made for console or PC, and they have the fan base to prove it. I don't think I can actually say any more on that without ruining it. But yeah, that's it. I'm out. If you actually like this, leave a comment. I'd love to see your feedback. Alternatively, leave a like and possibly subscribe up top there. Help a brother out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.